Hello viewer, thank you for joining us for another episode of Kiwanjani on Jalango TV. On Friday, we look at the midweek results and predict the weekend action. I'm joined by two gentlemen who have played the game and know the game. I'm talking about former Kenyan international Innocent Mutiso and former Bandari player Onesmus Kamande. Gentlemen, welcome to the show.
Thank you very much.
How has the week been?
The week has been good, full of action.
Yes.
Pengine ndio wengine wako na macho red hapa kutolala.
Kutolala.
And Arsenal did us proud yesterday.
Benfica is a small team, but how was your week?
How is Benfica a small team? They are fourth in the league and in the semi-finals of the Portuguese Cup. So
Yes,
it's not a small team, and it was like a final in that match, and
Yes.
It was a game of mixed feelings. At one time, I remember I saw on Twitter when Arsenal was 2-1 down.
Yes.
There was a hashtag Arteta out. But then again, the tables were turned, and it was a show of good character from Arsenal, coming from 2 goals, 2-1 down, to come and win 3-2 right at the end. And it was an impressive display from Arsenal, who have lost the last 3 matches, so 2 matches, sorry. So it was good for Arsenal.
James Stima is away this week. He will join us next week, and we invite you to join the conversation through the comment section and on our social media platforms: Facebook Kiwanjani, Instagram Kiwanjani254. We start with the things local. Great show of character by Tusker full time. Tusker 2, Nzoia 1.
Yeah, Nzoia had a statement of intent in the first half, where it was a drab nil draw.
Yes.
But in the second half, they came all guns blazing, and the 48th minute they had a goal. But then Tusker showed a really good show of intent. I saw on Facebook someone saying,
Yes.
tuna matano akiongea kwa simu hapa hii second half. Nikajua hapa lazima Tusker washinde. Na second half waka equalize na wakapata ball right at the end. Game ikesha 2-1 na Tusker saa hii nini mechi 7 wamepiga win.
Yes.
In 12 outings, they are unbeaten, and the sky is the limit for them. But again, if I can echo the sentiments of Coach Robert Matano, aka the Lion himself, my former coach at Nairobi City Stars,
Yes.
alikuwa anasema bado habelieve hii team bado inaweza chukua ligi. Baka lazima players wakue focused na waweze kuwa nayo consistency throughout the season. Si ati hii first leg hii nini second leg vile imeanza, hapana, throughout the season. Kwa hivyo Tusker wanafanya vizuri sana, alafu wana benefit sana from points being dropped by their closest rivals who are KCB.
Yes.
Sasa wame create gap. Unakumbuka kuna time ilikuwa ni only 1 point, ilikuwa KCB wako na 2 games at hand. Sasa wako na only 1 game at hand. Hata wakishinda watakuja mpaka 29 points. Tusker wako 32 points. So Tusker sasa hii wana benefit sana from hizi teams wako chini zao, wana drop points left, right and center.
Such victories, is it what champions are made of?
It's what champions are made of. Na tukiambia na ukweli, there is no better coach hapa Kenya kuliko Matano. If you are talking by terms, to be
One
honest,
of the best coaches in Kenya.
No, I want to say the best.
I'll just say one of the best.
The reason why I always say that,
Yes.
Jamaa say ni Matano say is playing for his almost 5th league with different teams. So
And he's won trophies in different with
I think
different teams.
after Ghost Mule, I think he comes up next if we are talking about the trophies in his cabinet. So facts are facts. You know, football is a game of numbers.
Yes.
You know, the problem with most of the coaches is that you try to bring a brand of football where you keep the possession and play. For Robert Matano, it's just result. Result, fitness. And for the past 2 years, he has brought something new into the game. Now he believes in younger talent. Look at Major. He's doing very well. I think the last time I saw a player of his caliber, the results he's given right now might be Dennis Oliech. I know that's a very big profile to compare with, but hapo ndio alianzia at his age, and the team is playing and the level and the pressure he has everything to make it.
Full time at Mbaraki, Bandari 5, Viga United.
Unbelievable result.
Yeah, Viga have not been conceding that amount of goals everywhere they've gone.
Yes.
They even had a shocker in the 5 previous matches when they beat Gor Mahia 1-0 here in Nairobi. So it was a very surprising result, but kudos to Bandari because those 5 goals catapulted them to one of the highest top scorers in the league. Right now they are on 19 goals, and right now they're in the top 5. So they're really gunning for this for this league also. They want to be in contention. They want to be in the chasing pack, and they've had two very interesting, if I can say, outings against AFC Leopards, where they won 2-1 at Bandari, and then this 5-0 against Vihiga. So Vihiga really have themselves to blame, because you can. That's a long way to go back with 0 points and five goals in the bag. Yes. And right now they are in the relegation zone. And if you can see the last four teams, they're only separated by 4 points, which is very, very, very bad. We have Vihiga, we have Western Stima, we have Bandari United and Zukericho, who are right now are in the relegation scrap. Because when you look at Zoya, that win against KCB last week, yes. I think it separated them from the relegation strugglers. So right now Vihiga really have to look for a way they can start winning games.
And it's always a big problem. You're fighting to get points, but then you end up 5 goals to the negative. You know, the problem with this relegation bout, so what normally happens is mnashinda game, mna expect wale wengine wa lose. Hiyo weekend teams zote za relegation zina win. So by the time you're looking at the table on Monday, you're just wondering where do we get the points? Where do we get the goals? So and I thought Bandari did well. You know, 2-0 for any coach is always a tricky scoreline by halftime.
Yes.
Because they consider the first goal around the 26th minute, then the other one at the 35th minute, which is only 10 minutes before halftime. So that naturally takes away from the coach team talk. The plan you have had for the 30 minutes or so. Goal goes in, the team talk goes down the drain, unajipanga tena. You go to the changing room, you talk. You're not sure whether to do damage control or to try and get a goal, because at 2-0 the next goal is always very crucial, because 2-1 you start feeling like you have the chance. But now wakarudi second half, 10 minutes again. Gala,
Baraki is becoming a fortress.
Yeah,
teams,
and it's been like that, especially for big teams who have had the tough going when going to Baraki, because the big teams, only Gor Mahia are the ones who come back from there with maximum points. The last time I was at Gor Mahia and we went there, we were beaten 2 goals to 0, even if we won the league. But our trips down at in the coast, they were very difficult games. And you know that Baraki Stadium is not that wide, and they know how. It's a small pitch, and they know how to play in that pitch, and they are very good runners. And also the humidity in that place, it really takes a toll. And when you coming all the way from Vihiga, where it's today is hot, tomorrow it's cold, it rains at night. Na pale coast manze ni jua.
You know people always say. Now with the corona situation, there is no home advantage. But to be honest, Bandari bado wako now because of the weather. The weather is their biggest, not even the fans that come.
The 12th player.
Yeah, actually the 13th and the 14th. Because
but then they should lose when they travel away games.
You see, this is what I've always thought of Bandari. If I were managing them, I would be training in Nairobi, because you can't be traveling 400 kilometers for every game you play. It doesn't make sense, because the closest pitch to Baraki, wherever they are away, is Machakos, which is around 426 kilometers. It doesn't make sense. So they have to travel those kilometers every and nowadays, because of the midweek fixtures, like twice. So they cover about 1,200 kilometers every match. I think that has always been their biggest Achilles heel, because every season they look like title contenders, but then the travels always get kila sauko recovery,
and it's always the second leg where they lose momentum. Muonanga hivyo. Only second leg, first leg wanaanza vizuri sana, wanafunga matimu left, right and center, lakini second leg wanaanza kidogo kulegeza.
So it really affects them. Remember that time they had Shikalo. The moment they sold it, they had the best defense when they finished second to Gor Mahia. Then the next season, goalkeeper ameenda na clean sheet zote. You start conceding. So it's 2 steps forward, 2 steps back. But that issue of distance, they really have to plan for it.
Full time at Kasarani, AFC Leopards 1, Ulinzi 0.
Ulinzi were on a winning run. They had just won two matches of the trot, and they had started getting their scoring boots. And remember, the last couple of matches, Nyangweso was the coach Sami Nyangweso was saying that our team has not been getting goals, but the last two matches they won. Remember that 2-0 win against Sofapaka in Afra where they won, and AFC Leopards also were not on a good run, but they put all their troubles behind to come and win. That was a very vital win for them to come into the top 3 and at least go nearer to Tusker and KCB. And I think that's a very vital win. And right now, I really hope so that those problems that they have put them behind, and the players right now have gone back to training. Because if they start struggling again with off the pitch scenes, then they'll not be in the contention, because the teams that are behind them, they're right now picking points.
Ulinzi now plays at Kericho Green. That's their home since Afra is closed. What a game for AFC Leopards.
I think you need big players to come through for you. I think from last season, everyone knew Tiongo was a big talent for club and country. And the moment he starts scoring these goals, you feel that he's heading into the right direction. You just hope the coach brings in the chemistry, because Modo was developing something good for them. You could go to matches and enjoy how they play. For the first time you watched them in a Mashemeji derby and felt that they were not the weaklings. Ignore the fact that Gor Mahia is not as big as it was last season. I know I'm going to get a lot, but facts are facts.
Yes.
But you have to be honest. I think AFC signed very good players. They are capable of dominating games. Now it's just a matter of time that they turn the domination into goals.
Into goals and points.
And right now, I think it's Bandari who will be benefiting, because I'm hearing from grapevine that Coach Modo has been called by Kasambungo to be second in command.
Last time you had other rumors.
Yeah. That's why I'm saying grapevine has it. So it's only speculation right now. Yes. But I hear that I said he was going to City Stars, yes. Because the coach Allergic, he was under very much pressure. The story about racism, and also he's not been picking up points, so he was under a lot of pressure that he might go. And then Modo was being rumored to be going there. But right now, just this week, 2 days ago, I had someone say that actually in a group of former Bandari United players was saying that Modo might be going to be second in command to Kasambungo.
Maybe his agent is overworking. You must increase the value of your product.
That's true.
But he's proven to be a very good coach, a very good football mind.
Yes.
All the best.
And he's learned from the best.
Yeah, all the best wherever he goes.
All right, so for Paka 2, KCB 2. Is this the end of KCB's good run?
It's not the end. And Coach Zico, actually we had a talk with Onesimus coming here. We took the train, and we were having a talk about that, and we were feeling that Coach Zedekia Oten has been very one-dimensional, and teams are finding them out. Because in the last 3 matches they've not won any, and those 2 games at hand that they had right now looks like they won't be getting those points. Losing away from Nzoia to Nzoia Sugar, who had to come back from 1 goal down. Where it's a game where KCB really dominated, but they lost focus in the latter stages, and they lost that match. In the match against Sofapaka, those I can say those are 2 vital points dropped. I can't say it's 1 point gain, but for Sofapaka, naweza sema hapo ni wali gain point moja. But for Zico, he really has to find another way to get these points, because right now Tusker is creating that gap, and once it reaches 10 points, then the league is as good as gone.
You just have to look at Zico and just wonder, where do you get the goals from? Because the good run, factually, was as a result of Otanga enjoying a very good period, a very rich vein of form. Now he has lost it. I don't know their top scorer from last season, Agwanda, what's happening to him. You are not sure how they are going to score, because normally the way Zico sets up his team is that they don't concede too much, and when they have the chance to counter-attack you, you won't like it. The pace just there. The likes of Mwangi will come at you very fast. And now he got another avenue to attack, which I don't know why it's not working, because we know Messi is quite good when in possession. He's a very good wing back, but at the moment he's not utilizing him. But to be honest, I don't think it will perturb them too much, because a draw against Sofapaka, it's not a clear 2 points dropped. It's more of a one hand, because Sofapaka are not an easy team to play. Any team will not be wanting to play Sofapaka at any given time. But on the Sofapaka case, I think it's interesting to see what Lawrence is doing down there. I think he has been given a role he likes, the way he's attacking. And that has resulted in him now 6 goals. 6 goals in 13 games. For a midfielder is quite good. It's quite commendable.
Full time in Moi, Kisumu, Western Stima nil, Nairobi City Stars, your team too. And Western Stima fielded 7 new players on this particular game. And I was talking to the coach, he was saying where they were not getting playtime. Now he's given them a chance to play at Western Stima. Will he escape relegation?
Just 2 weeks ago, they lost 14 players,
yes.
And bringing 7 players right into the first team, I think that was a miss for the coach, because you don't expect to bringing new players in a new team. Same week, you give them a game, all 7 players. At least you could have have a mixture, maybe bring in 2 players, and maybe in the substitute maybe bring another 2 or 3. So it was a miss for the coach. And as the last episode I said that for Nairobi Stima to move away from where they were, they need to beat the teams that are in and around them. And they showed their intent when they beat Zukericho 2-1, and beating Western Stima away from home. Next they are meeting Bandari United. They have to take those points, because these are the teams that are behind them. So they have to take those points, because they have a very difficult run of games after the Bandari United match. I think they'll be playing AFC Leopards. They have Gor Mahia. They have Kariobangi Sharks. They have Viga United, and also Wazito. So they have a very difficult run of games. So they have to pick these upcoming matches. They have to pick maximum points if they are to move out from the relegation zone at all.
When teams like City Stars start the league,
yes,
you always have to try and get the magic number, which for Premier League you need about 40 points, but for KPL, and because there's always a big gap between the top 4 and the rest of the pack, you always try to get 25, 26 points. So to be safe, to at least start thinking that next season we are still in this league. So for them to get those points, I think it's very important. Reduces them from 26 to 23.
No, they won 3 matches.
No, I'm just saying from the when you're planning the season.
When you're planning the season. To beat the relegation.
You've just been promoted. So that reduces them to 3. But now the question is, ile experience hawa jamaa wako nayo, the players they have, the likes of pitches. You cannot buy experience from any shop. Talent you can buy, yeah.
And top scorer wao this season, by the way.
He has 6 goals too.
No, he has 4 goals.
With 2 penalties, right?
Yeah,
2 penalties.
Yes.
But whenever you go to these games, you feel that him and Muki are getting the other players quite well. So you just feel that they have what it takes to survive in the league, and they have the goals. So and they're exciting to watch. So let them just remain in the league. If they keep winning these games against relegation fighters, you just feel that at the end of the season they'll get to about 30-35 points, which will be safe for them.
Plenty of action in Kakamega County this weekend. It's like all games are going to Western. But we must commend that region also, because they turn up in large numbers if the fans were to be allowed. You've seen it in tournaments, And then Zoya will be taking on Gor Mahia. Will they? Who will take the maximum points?
Well, it will be. It's difficult to say because when you look at Zoya Sugar versus the big teams, they're just like what Bandari are doing down in the coast.
Yes.
They are picking points from the big teams. You saw they beat AFC Leopards, they beat KCB the other day, and this match against Gor Mahia, they will be looking to win. Ibrahim Chikanda, the coach, is my former player actually. We played with him in Tusker, and also we played together at the national team. So he's instilled a work ethic and a spirit of winning. And when the matches are in Zoya at Sudi Stadium,
they'll be at
Mumias complex. He will be banking on the fans, because I've seen the matches which are outside Nairobi.
Yes.
The fans are coming, even they are climbing trees and buildings to watch the matches. So it will be a difficult game for Gor Mahia, and I'm sure Zoya will make life very difficult for Gor Mahia there. But I'm giving it an X2.
All right, X2.
I just feel that Zoya are good. They make teams work because of the work ethic they have. Unajua kama player alikuanga mabidi, alafu he ends up being a coach. Naturally,
yes.
They tend to make the players work equally as hard as
he used
so
to work.
Shikanda was a hard worker.
Alikuwa fullback indeed.
Speed is what described his career.
Yes.
So you just feel that the same thing is applying in Zoya, is the same spirit. So for Gor Mahia being wounded in Zambia, them having a small BBA talk with the referee.
Investigations are on.
I watched talk. A small talk.
Handshake.
And they don't know where the referee was running.
Ref alikata salamu.
Na mbona alikuwa anakimbia?
So you just feel that Gor Mahia now have all their eggs in one basket. It's not like last season where they were in almost 4 different channels trying to look for trophies.
Yes.
I think if they need to start winning, and they need to start winning now, and you feel that they have the capability, they have the players, they have the experience. When you look at Muguna, people don't realize how young this boy is and how talented he is, and the players around him know his abilities. So you just feel that he'll start scoring goals, because now they know all we have is to defend the KPL, nothing else, because they don't have any other avenue to go back to continental matches. So they'll feel wounded because of the referee decision. For me, I thought that was not a penalty at all. It wasn't, honestly.
But you know, the decision from the referee, the option, the defender Ocheng, he gave him a very easy option. You just don't go down. It's the latter stages of the match.
He won the ball. He won the ball.
Yes, I know. Yeah, but from the position where the referee was, he just saw a foul. He didn't see the ball. He saw the player taking the other player out, and at that point, that was not a dangerous where the position of the player was at the ball. It was not a dangerous place. He should have stood his ground and just gave him another option to go back, or give a cross where the defenders will make a clearance. But he made life so easy for that defender, because any contact there, the referee has only two ways.
To be honest, I won't go into a school of thought.
No, I know they got robbed. No, I'm saying najua waliibiwa.
But why are we still discussing?
Kitu moja nasema, positioning ya referee ilikuwa mbaya sana kuangalia hiyo nini. Alafu huyo mchezaji pia, huyo mchezaji alimake it easy sana. Unajua ni last stages. Wewe simama hapo, fungia huyo mchezaji njia. Lakini ukislide, huyo mchezaji lazima atajiangusha. Wewe ni mchezaji, tumecheza nawe ball. Tumekuwa the same school na wewe. Unajua vizuri sana. Mimi nikiingia pale kwa nini kwa D. Nikiingia hapo kwa D kwa 18, ukinigusa naanguka.
Niko nakwambia funga.
Lakini ukinigusa naanguka. Unanipatia option.
It's an option, but what I'm saying, if the more we keep giving referees this room of making such errors, they wanaendelea kumake, and CAF invest so much in these referees. I've seen them in a training in Machakos. The investment is major. Wanaendanga kutrainiwa wakienda Machakos, they sleep at Gillian, which is the biggest hotel down there. So let's imagine you know, you don't want to
paid by the hotel to advertise. Okay, give us your prediction and Zoya versus Gor Mahia.
I think Gor Mahia will want to win this game and win it well, because now it's the only thing they are concentrating on. So an over 2.5 for Gor Mahia.
Plenty of goals.
Yes.
Over 2.5?
Yes.
So those are 3 goals and more?
Yes.
2 goals and more, 2.5 or 1.5.
On the same venue, Viga United will be taking on Western Stima. Your prediction?
this relegation scrapper.
Yes.
But I'm giving it for Vihiga United to win.
Vihiga United. Kichwa,
Yeah.
for you?
I think Vihiga will take it. After a 5-0 loss, normally things always try to turn. So they'll be very careful defense-wise. They'll go back to the basics. And normally basics in football is genius.
In Kasarani, Bidco United will be taking on Tusker. Your prediction?
Definitely Tusker win. Although Bidco United are on a good run.
They're very good. They beat Bandari.
Yes, very true. They're on a good run. And right now they are brimming in confidence because of their last two matches they've won. But this will be a difficult game. This is a team who are on a 7-match winning streak. So it's a win for Matano.
Tusker, Kichwa, for you?
Of course, I think Matano has the experience. And I think even his sentiments after the last game were quite of a person who's taking the pressure away from the players. Ukisema hatuwezi shinda ligi, and you're clearly I think it's now
6 points.
6 points.
Yeah.
Mbele na you're beating the people around you. So
yes.
he's a coach who knows what to do. Last time I met him, nimuuliza na tunakimbiza vijana sana. He told me I stopped being a trainer, I'm a coach.
Okumbi's Posta Rangers will be taking on Sofapaka at Kasarani. Your prediction?
Well, Posta Rangers really have to go back to winning ways, and right now I think Coach Okumbi has got at least 3 matches in his pocket, and for me I'll give it either a draw or a win for Posta Rangers.
A draw or a win for Posta Rangers against Sofapaka.
I'll definitely go with Kaleko's side. I feel that they'll have too much. They have too many goals in themselves. And what Okumbi is going through is something I wouldn't want on any other coach, because you're brought in as a coach. The other coach has already signed his players. Your style of play is completely different
from the players you have a turn.
and at Posta, the management really tries to keep the players they have. So you don't have the privilege to sign whoever you want. And Okumbi is quite good with younger players. Pale kona very many senior players. By senior I mean watu wameenda.
Sofapaka Kichwa for you?
Yes, Sofapaka Kichwa.
Another big game, KCB will be taking on K-Sharks. Your prediction?
I give it a goal.
A good game actually to watch.
It is a very
top
good
of
game
the
to
table
watch.
clash.
Yes, I give it a goal. I think that's for me. That's a super bet.
I think that's the fixture of the weekend. Remember last season, 2 things happened. The first game, the Kariobangi Sharks were beaten 5 at Kasarani. Then the next game, the return match in Machakos, was a very cagey affair, and Kariobangi Sharks won it 1-0. And you know, most of the players are friends. Wamegrow mtasim, so they always try to compete. Ausumbuana sana. Hao wanasema mlikuwa mnatudharau last season. So I think Ajiji is a good bet, but also an over 2.5. I see goals in
plenty of goals.
Because I think Kapaito will be coming back to score.
Kakamega Homeboys will be welcoming AFC Leopards in Kakamega. Your prediction?
No, sahi naona AFC Leopards wana try at least to keep their woes behind. Hiyo win against Ulinzi, it was very vital.
Very important.
And lazima pia wajaribu kufikia KCB at least kwa hiyo chasing pack, kwa sababu sahi ukiangalia sahi table AFC Leopards wako na a very good chance ya kukatch up na KCB hata kuwa overtake.
Yes.
Ukiangalia Gor Mahia, who eternal rivals, eternal enemies, mashimeji, wako na 4 matches at hand. Na wakishinda hizo games zote 4, let's say if they win those 4 matches at hand, wataingia baka number 2 because watafika 28 points. So sahi FC Leopards hiyo match against Ulinzi itawapatia momentum mzuri sana going into that Kakamega clash. And you know Kakamega Homeboys wanakuwa coach na former FC Leopards coach and player and captain Nicholas Muyoti. So it will be a very interesting match to see, by the way, and kwangu hiyo ndo match of the weekend kwa kivyangu, because so many things between so many relationships, a lot of relations between these two teams. Yes. So I will give it a goal. But FC Leopards have a very good chance of winning that match.
All right.
I think the midfield will quite be a KGB. All my players wote wa KCB na Homeboys in midfield, it will be a very tight affair in there, because I've seen the FC coach try to play a diamond in midfield, so it makes it quite a slow and not a very high scoring match. As you could see the other game 1-0. This one is what coaches sele umeingia kwa timu unatakanga 1-0, 1-1. You know, you don't want to concede too much and give away too much. So I just feel under 2.5 for that match.
Under 2.5. Ulinzi will be welcoming Bandari at Kericho Green. Your prediction for this game?
Bandari wao struggle sana wakitoka huko coast kwa sababu games za kwanza wakicheza hapa Kasarani, kuna game moja walidraw na game nyingine walifungwa na Nairobi City Stars, so they find the tough going whenever they move away from Bandari. Huko Bandari at least wanajaribu sana kupick as many points as possible, but ndio wanajua kuja huko Nairobi it can go either way. Na Ulinzi hiyo momentum walikuwa wamekuja nayo ili katiwa shot na AFC Leopards, but Bandari is a different entity, a different style of play. So I will give it to Ulinzi Stars.
Ulinzi kicho.
Yes.
Watatoa bao wapi? You know when you
Ulinzi
say Ulinzi,
no. Ulinzi unaona wako wanafunga mabao.
Wakapata mbili za set.
Kabla hii game ya nini? Kabla hii game ya AFC Leopards walikuwa wameshinda games mbili zikifuatana.
But you know, as you say that, you know, naturally Bandari are defensive side. Tuanzie na hapo.
Yeah, no.
Na wakicheza away, hardly ever do they give away goals.
So they will be at home. Will they try?
Yo, itakuwa akeji affair. Mimi naona kawa nini.
I think Ulinzi form ya Malwa nini, yani wamekuwa na issue. The person who was scoring for them akatumwa job 10.
Peacekeeping.
There are many rumors about how players are sent back to work there, but we'll keep them at that. So just feel that Ulinzi kushinda ni ngumu. Maybe an ex or Ulinzi, because you don't expect Bandari to be too enterprising whenever they play away from home. Na Ulinzi pia at home wajakuwa kipeana mabao. They are too mean. So
that's why nimesema Ulinzi utashinda na itakuwa a very cagey affair 1-0.
Mimi naona afadhali kama Bandari ndiko na odd ya 2 point kitu, pia Bandari
kicha.
Bandari ama X.
Okay.
Because I feel for me ni venye tu si watu wengi bet. This one for me is a sure draw.
It's a sure draw.
Draw. Okay. On Monday, Wazito will be playing Zoo in Kakamega as well.
Wazito manze wali drop points zingine vital against Bandari United bana. Mimi ile game nilikuwa na expect, yani Wazito mpaka nikawekea kichwa. Walikuwa na odd ya 2 manze. Nilikuwa kijua hao majamaa Kim. Unajua nilikuwa ngapo ile episode nyingine nilisema hapo ni Grasshopper versus Master. It's like the Grasshopper got the better of the Master. Kidogo akamscrap hapo hivi 1-1 draw manze na team Joy kuko relegation. Imeshinda game moja season mzima. So game mbili season mzima, so iko difficult sana na, but kudos to coach Salim.
Stand up to his master.
Well, stand up to his master. But he game against Wazito manze, against Zukericho. Zukericho have no chance. Wamekuwa kifungwa na teams zote left, right and center, and they have no win this season. They've lost 7 matches and drawn 4 matches, so wako chini sana. So naonelea Wazito atakuwa shida game.
Wazito kichwa.
Hiyo game
Wazito Madare.
Wazito Madare. It was a little of our Ateta versus Pep.
By the way.
It was interesting. And at times the ule mwenye wanga na somole mwingine sana wanga ni, for example, if you are the assistant coach,
yes,
you learn a lot from the head coach, because when you advise anafanya, so you can almost predict what they are going to do the next. And kudos to Salim and his technical bench. You know, Madare are not at their best at the moment. Tuambiane ukweli.
Wana struggle sana sahi.
And then whichever plays in Madare, Kima Kintaka, definitely they'll walk. They'll walk. So you just have to feel that wale wachezaji waliprove from a coach wao we were good enough, and they got the draw. But for this one, you just feel that Wazito have too much for them. You know, this is something not so many people know about Kimanzi. Normally takes a lot of time in preparing his players for games. Yuanga anafanya homework yake. And with Zoo struggling, I think this will be a very big nail in their coffin.
So this is Wazito Kichwa for you as well?
Kichwa and Wazito to score over 1.5 goals.
Okay, same day Monday. Same day Monday, City Stars, Simba wa Nairobi will be welcoming Bandari. Greatness within, your prediction.
Hiyo ni game tena nyingine ngumu.
Yes.
And say struggles za Bandari United, I hope wameziput back after hiyo 1-1 draw. Sijui kama ilikuwa ni a one off kucheza vizuri sana against coach Kimanzi na Wazito. But hii game pia itakuwa tricky sana kwa sababu sasa ukiangalia momentum sasa hii Nairobi City Stars wako nayo. Na sasa wanataka kugurumu huku Nairobi. Wanaenda kugurumu huko Kisumu against Stima, sasa wanataka kugurumu huku Nairobi. Kwa hivyo hiyo ndio ya Nairobi City Stars kichwa. Poleni sana kwa Bandari na Johnny timu yangu, lakini mtanisamea kwa saa hii.
Lakini ukiangalia pia game, you know, a match is only as good as the way you prepare for it. That's what I've always believed. Hata ukue player venye ulikuwa unacheza, ulikuwa unakaa, yani game unashinda ulikuwa unaifeel kutoka kitambo, alafu pia concentration yako ilikuwa kwa hiyo game for a good period of time, so that you can go out and blazing. You just have to feel that Bandari have not traveled too far. Nairobi City Stars, they don't have the stare ya kupanda ndege, so they spent 2 days on the road, right? Played one full day on the road, mnaenda mnacheza game, another one road, mlitrain sangat. So the next day you come, ni rest, alafu mnafanya
at least
recovery.
Yeah,
so amtajipanga sana. At times those are very key factors in these games. Juzote ni in relegation dogfight. So you just have to feel that City Stars might get something.
Kichwa for you, for City Stars?
No, I think Bandari might get something out of it. X2.
That's true. We brought to you courtesy of Helabet. You can join and play on helabet.co.ke. We also invite you to join the conversation on the comment section and on our social media platforms. Let's go to the Champions League and surprise outcomes for you.
Well, Chelsea versus Atletico Madrid.
Has to be hard to be.
Was that an offside goal? A great goal though. But
yeah, it was a wonderful goal. Yes. And Giroud always has that in him every other season. And hiyo bao kidogo naona Atletico Madrid vile wamekuja kuset up au wanatakata kushinda hiyo game. Au walikuwa wamekuja kudefend at least wapate kitu away from home. But hiyo bao iliangaliwa mpaka kwa VAR. Mimi sikuona kama iligusa huyo Hamoso. Mimi naona tu hiyo ball ilitoka from a Chelsea player ndio ikuje kufikia Giroud akapiga juu fantastic. Kwanza niliona Joe manze tabloids za huko UK waliandika always on the bicycle down Madrid. Hiyo header ilikuwa deadly sana. Kwa hivyo hiyo ndio ilikuwa surprise match yangu.
For you?
I think the man I know have aspects. Come on, Nangi, because clearly Amos is the one who had the last touch. Jamal missed. He was meant to kick the ball in a offside. Ali missed. So we have to give, ama maybe ilikuwa bao kali mpaka VAR kasema wacha let it stand.
Unajua at the end of the day ule mwenye hapo nyuma ya VAR is another human being. Na wako bound to errors. Now
VAR is not an individual. It's about the discussion, the whole panel, like 3. Only one advises the ref, but
only one advises the ref.
Because unakuwa watatu, alafu somehow technically if you are 3, tutasema unaonaje. So if 2 see it as a goal, the third person has
nanga tu ni homse mmoja. Kwa sababu ukiangalia zile calls mingi zimekuwa close. Hata huyo mse wa VAR ambiangi hata referee atienda kwa nini? Enda kwa monitor. Ana make decision tu hapo tu hivi.
Ni kweli, but I also feel there was another very good match between Atalanta and Real Madrid. The scoreline really surprised me.
Madrid won.
Yeah, Atalanta just one goal against 10 men playing for more than 2/3 of the match. It's impressive. It's very impressive.
It's very impressive.
And I think they are doing a very good job at Atalanta because this is their second season running, and they are not letting themselves down in any way.
Na ukiangalia ninakwambia hiyo game away Atalanta wanaweza kula Madrid. Mimi naona hivyo.
Sitakuwa surprised.
Kwa sababu ukiangalia kwa Champions League hii season Atalanta wamekuwa scrape big teams away from home. Angalia game ya Juventus. Angalia game ya Liverpool waliofungia au ndio walianza kuscrap Liverpool at home. Unajua Liverpool wako na 668 match unbeaten streak. Wakapiga huko kwao na Atalanta. Na after hapo ma teams zimekuwa zikienda huko Anfield haziogopi Liverpool.
So they have the keys.
Yeah, on password.
Let's go to the English Premier League for the weekend. Big games taking place. One of the teams that, one of the fixtures that we as Manchester United are supporting you guys is Leicester versus Arsenal. What is your take on this match and your prediction?
A very big match. I've been saying this for quite a while. I think Leicester are doing a very good job. And if you're a young midfielder out there watching this, just always check out how Tielemans positions himself. And it will be quite interesting because Arteta realized that he doesn't have the attacking manpower because they didn't have a natural number 10. So nowadays he's playing with 2. But then a third one is developing in Saka because he has Odegaard, he plays Odegaard and Smith Rowe as 2 number 10s just to ensure you have goals. It has worked because since then Arsenal have been creating these good situations and getting goals. But now there is that other element of Saka. Saka is really turning out to be a very big talent.
Sana.
I think England have a problem now because you have Foden on one hand, you have Maddison. I think Maddison ranks in the top 4. Ranks in the top 4 of some of the best attacking midfielders in the Premier League. So
kuna Grealish pia.
Leicester versus Arsenal will be very interesting because Vardy just came back from that surgery. Aubameyang came back from Africa.
From African research.
Whatever you think that means. It's up to you.
Your prediction for this game.
That's I already gave you 2 options.
Yes.
Anytime goal scorers, Vardy and Aubameyang. Then a GG for me is a definite yes.
GG. What do you make of this big game? And is there a hope that Arsenal can stop
nitawekelea Arsenal kichwa na I'm not siwekele hii bet kwa sababu
na emotions
ya emotions ama jumili fan wa Arsenal hapana.
Unaona
si maliro iko mimi najaribu kusema unajua football pia ukiangalia hii season Leicester wamekuwa na a better away form than at home. Hao ndo wamekuwa only second to Man City. Man City wameshinda game 12 away from home. Leicester wameshinda game 9. Wame lose game moja at home na wame draw game 3. Hiyo game moja away from home and game 3 away from home. So their away form has been exemplary. But at home kidogo imekuwa top sitavi. Wameshinda 6 games at home, wame draw 4 times na wame lose 5 times at home.
Naongezea pia jana.
Pia jana wakafungwa na Slavia Praha. And wamescore 19 goals, wameconcede 16 goals. So kwa kwao kidogo defense pia wao imekuwa shake. Kidogo vile ama defenders wao wamekuanga manze grit kwanza wakienda away from home. So hii game Maddison hatakuwa. Na ukiangalia hapo front 3 ya Leicester ndio wamekuwa vizuri sana hii season. Unajua nowadays hawategemeangi Vardy kupiga mabao zile long balls, ma counter attack. Squeeze ni attack.
Tielemans aguse ifkendindi.
Exactly.
Kipigwa kwa Maddison ama Barnes. Kuja ndani. It's always 1v1.
Sasa ile little limekuwa ni Maddison, Harvey Barnes and Jamie Vardy. But hii game Harvey Barnes James Maddison atakuwa akona hip injury. So itakuwa kidogo tricky kwao. But hii game naona itakuwa one hapo kwa midfield. Hapo unajua kuna Wilfred Ndindi, alafu Thomas Partey ndio tena amerudi. So itakuwa clash hapo hivi katikati. Kutakuwa pia na Yuri Tielemans hapo katikati na Granit Xhaka. So hapo katikati ile team itashinda hiyo battle hapo katikati, itashinda hiyo game. That's why I'm giving it to Arsenal because whenever Granit Xhaka and Thomas Partey wakimaliza game pamoja, hakuna game tumepoteza hii season.
All right. Title chasing, Manchester United will be traveling to London.
Title chasing. Kpl FC ndio hiyo sasa. Hey, title chasing tena. 10 points off.
What do you make of this game and what is your prediction?
I think Thomas Tuchel is now facing another big task.
Yes.
We have seen it now twice. The game in the midweek.
Actually 3 times.
Let's just be honest. Teams are class yake with the kind of investment they put in.
Yes.
You just feel that he's arranging his team quite well, utilizing nearly all the players. Na huyo jamaa ana mchezo bana. Last weekend Odoi came in.
Akatolewa.
Aliingia ndiye aliyetoka. And he demands so much from his players. And that's what he has made a career out of. So you just feel that he has what it takes to play against Manchester United because OGS is proven to be quite not very strategic for me. To be honest, I don't know why you'd play Fernandes on Thursday. While you are playing, you are leading 4-0. A team needs 5 goals to come to win it. And it's just peculiar the way he put out his team the other night.
Kuwachokesha tu.
Unachokesha mtu, and Bruno hasn't missed a lot of games this season for both club and country.
So for you this game wawekezaji waweke pesa wapi?
Mimi yangu I think nitawekelea Gigi. Because I feel the central defense partnering Chelsea hasn't really gotten to where it should be. And of course Manchester United, whenever they play these big teams, watawachia ball, lakini kipigwa pale nyuma tunajua Rashford does what it takes in terms of pace. Na Bruno akutana na free kick
ni bao
kitu ndani,
alafu pia tunajua penalty mnapewanga sana.
Kiburi FC.
What about you? What do you make of this game?
For me vile tu Onesa amesema, Thomas Tuchel manze ameleta mentality nyingine jo Chelsea yenye kukua during Frank Lampard's days, and nadhani ameinstill belief kingine hapo that where to approach kila game one at a time. Na hiyo game you win versus Atletico Madrid, at least ita pump up our players kuja commit Manchester United. Na me I think 20 match unbeaten streak away from home ya Manchester United itakuwa broken on Sunday. Like watafungwa na Chelsea. Si ati kwa sababu mimi si fan wa Manchester, ati sijui mimi sipendi Manchester, sijui Mutiso this and that. Hapana.
Ni
but ni ukweli. Ni ukweli wapendi.
Atupendi of course.
I'm trying to be impartial. I'm trying to be impartial here. I'm trying to be impartial. Unajua Chelsea pia rivals wetu.
Yes.
Unaona? So mimi naona
same to Leicester, ni rivals wenu.
Angalia, unaona Thomas Tuchel tangu aingie wameconcede bao 2 peke yake. 2. Na hiyo moja ilikuwa bao deadly sana from Minamino. Yaani like hiyo ilikuwa tu bao deadly tu. Tuseme tu hivyo. Alitingizaje watu hapo. Na ile pass alipatiwa, hiyo bao ilikuwa deadly. Hiyo bao nyingine wameconcede in 7 matches ilikuwa on goal from Rudiger. Kwa hivyo Manchester United na hiyo attacking flair yao watastop. Unajua hii season acha na history. Mambo ya TBT wacha na hayo. Sawa. Unaona Manchester United away from home wamekuwa vizuri sana. Wamepiga about 25, wameconcede 13 goals. But sasa wanakutana na Chelsea side yenye imekuwa revamped under Thomas Tuchel. All departments manzi zinapiga job. Angalia Andres Christensen, angalia.
But I think Innocent, you're giving too much credit to Kel. We have to say this. After Kepa alikuwa bench, Mendy akaanza kucheza, Lampard alienda almost 5 clean sheets. Alieka 5 clean sheets Mendy back to back. Wale wanaekanga fantasy football wanajua, wameona 6 points.
Najua.
So it's not about the way they said, it's not about the coach.
After up
ni kazi ile
ni venye Lampard pale mbele. Unajua unaweza tongoza mtu, unatongoza but umalizi au muoi.
Unajua hiyo story ya anakwambia ama your prediction.
Chelsea kichwa. Acha na mimi
Chelsea kichwa. Hiyo ni head. Wewe ulisema Gigi?
Mimi nilisema Gigi.
All right, let's go to sure bets. How did your sure bets look for this weekend?
Started off with Borussia Dortmund, who had 2 vital wins on the run against Schalke, away from home against Schalke, and away from home against Sevilla. Those were 2 vital wins, and I think it may bring back the belief. Saiwa Manzatana, they've got their scoring books back, and Erling Haaland Manze, this boy cannot stop scoring, and the numbers he's raking up Manze ni mingi sana. So I gave them Kichwa against Arminia Bielefeld, over 2.5 against Arminia Bielefeld, who pia walipiga draw against Juventus, against Bayern Munich, wakastua kila mtu. Mko game hiyo away ilisha 3-3. Ilikuwa noma. Kwa hivyo Kichwa na over 2.5 for Borussia Dortmund. Hiyo game nyingine
you had Leeds versus Aston Villa.
Sai Aston Villa tumeona saa zile hawana Jack Grealish manze, wana struggle na hii game. Kuna doubts kubwa sana that pia hii game hawatakuwa. Hiyo game nyingine ile hakuwa, wakapigwa manze, walikuwa dominated kila mahali against Leicester City, wakapigwa. And Sai Leeds, they're reeling from that 3-0 win against Southampton. Na hii game nimewekea Kichwa kwa sababu bila Jack Grealish manze, they are a different side dawa Aston Villa.
Wolfsburg versus
Hertha Berlin manze, they are on a free fall, and that's why nimepatia Wolfsburg Kichwa. Hellas Verona versus Juventus. Hizi timu mbili zikipatana manze ni goals galore. So that's why niliwekea Gigi.
Onesmus, and pitfalls for this show bet by Mutiso?
I think the biggest one has to be Leeds versus Aston Villa. This season you cannot predict the Premier League that easily, and you feel that Aston Villa don't get.
But you're only as good as your last match.
So says Mutiso.
So
says Mutiso. You know the thing is, Aston Villa, you don't know which Leeds team will turn out. Against Arsenal, you saw what happened. Wanakuja, they look so disorganized, so disoriented. Games zingine wanakimbiza watu, and Aston Villa play the same kind of football.
Yes.
Ni mbio hapa.
But angalia Aston Villa away from home.
So I'm just saying,
the last 5 matches they've won.
We don't know what
they've lost 3 times. The last 5 matches.
We don't know what Leeds team will turn around. And Traore is really proving to be something else since Grealish got injured.
But who has been their talisman?
So far, but now they don't have
Jack Grealish. Sasa zile hayuko manze, wamekuwa kifungwa game zote sasa.
My friend uko sa Simba ya kwenda kuinda, unaenda na paka.
Leo umepanda mwanzani mwenzangu.
Uko mhenga.
You have to find solutions, and I think the Aston Villa management team, the coaching staff, have really been coming up with solutions that hata wewe mwenyewe ukiangalia unashindwa imetoka wapi. Because Trezeguet is back. Traore will be taken to the other wing, so it means they might win this game or even get a draw. Na ukiangalia history yao venye walikuwa za championship, easy games were unpredictable sana, even before Bielsa. So there is a small rivalry going on between these two teams. So huwezi kuwa very sure kwenda na kichwa. I'd rather go with the GG.
Your sure bets?
My sure bet, first of all, I'll start with Bologna against Lazio. I think Lazio will score the first goal in the first half. That has been happening in so many games because they know how to attack. They have Immobile in there, and they know how to get goals in the first half. They're fast starters. They get off the block quite fast. The second game, I'll go with Wolves versus Newcastle versus Wolves, and this is the funny stats that I studied over the week. Both teams don't score in the first half in almost 45% of their matches. And in 70% of the matches these teams have been involved in, the second half has had more goals than the first half. So wawekezaji wekelea more goals to be scored in the second half. Hiyo utakula vizuri.
Science.
Then there's definitely Milan Roma, and you just have to feel GG is always definite in this fixture because Milan at the moment simply can't defend. And Roma too, despite having Smalling, they have very big problems in that defense. So you have to feel that a GG and over 2.5 is a definite in that one. Then the last match, I'll go with the Ulinzi Bandari match. As I said, a draw at halftime.
Draw at halftime. Any pitfalls for his sure bet?
Yes, hiyo game ya Milan versus Roma kidogo hapo itakuwa tricky, sioni ikienda goal. Sasa hii Roma wameconsider bao moja in the last 3 matches and si ndio hiyo bao moja ndo nasema wali concede jana against Braga lakini walishinda 3-1. Na sasa they are on a very good run apart from unaona ile game walifungwa na Juventus. Ile game nilikuwa nimewekea GG last 2 episodes.
Yes.
But Juventus wakashinda 2-0. Hiyo nilikuwa the only glitch in that run. Walikuwa on a very good scoring run but not conceding any goals apart from yesterday wakicheza na Braga. Alafu ukiangalia Milan tangu wafunge Crotone wamekuwa kichapo na wafunga Crotone 4 na ni kama bao zao zote ziliishia hapo kwa sababu since then wamepiga bao moja peke yake.
But I hope you watch the Milan derby. You have to feel for them. In all these games it's not si ati wajaribu wanapiga post, goalkeeper anakuwa man of the match. Yani attacking wise they are quite fluent and it's just a matter of time, and I feel this will be the first game wanaanza tena wana return back to winning.
Na ndio maana nasema itakuwa ni ngumu sana kwao. Hata hiyo unaona jana wali struggle sana against
it's quite a rotated side.
Red Star Belgrade.
They really rotated their players.
Hata kama but sasa au kwa nini tukiingia kwa ligi ile form yao ya ligi hawaja score any goal since hiyo game ya Crotone na walikuwa na surprise loss against Spezia. Kumbuka game wakifungwa na timu yote ilikuwa.
Yes.
ndio wakuje kucheza na hiyo Red Star Belgrade.
Waliongeza kitu
Alafu
kiburi.
wakafungwa
Waliongeza kitu kiburi.
wakafungwa na Inter Milan
But that they were the better team against Inter
No,
Milan.
niliona hizo machances walipoteza na saa hii
Si kupoteza pia Handanovic credit. Handanovic
ndio,
alisave.
but hizo si chances walipoteza. That's why mimi nasema hii game itakuwa na jiji kwa sababu sioni mali bauza Inter Milan watanini watatoa considering ile form sahi Roma wako nayo and vile wame show up their defense.
Hiyo game ikifika 30th minute nitakucall. I'll give you a call.
Ni sawa.
Umpigie
Ni sawa. Ni
and
sawa.
we'll review it on Monday as well.
Yes.
We'll review it on Monday and then know. So, viewer, we invite you to join the conversation and give you as your predictions for the Leicester Arsenal game, Chelsea Manchester United game. Correct predictions will get a gift hamper from Hella Bet. On Monday, we will review the outcome and announce the winners. Till next time, same place, different games. My name is Hezbon Mugambi. Till then, it's good night.